Brethren lads, welcome back to Cossy podcast. My name is Cossy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in all parts of the world. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to brand new video. We're going to be diving into the latest around Arsenal. According to Sky Sports, Julian Timber will be announced today as an Arsenal player, as Arsenal prepare to have him in Germany as part of the squad. Declan Rice has just announced that he's ready to join Arsenal on Facebook. And we're going to be diving into some of the interest in Aymeric Laporte and Kyle Walker as well from Mikel Arteta. I want your thoughts in the comment box below. What do you think about Kyle Walker to Arsenal? Now, Manchester City and Bayern are kind of, pulling the rope on either side. Manchester City want to keep him. There's no question about that. But Bayern are also really interested in signing him. Now, it looks like Kyle Walker wants a new challenge, and Mikel Arteta also wants to position himself very strategically in that if Kyle Walker really wants to get another challenge, a new challenge from Manchester City, can join him at Arsenal. We'll be talking about that. Of course, Aymeric Laporte, I want your thoughts and opinion as well. Fabrizio Romano says that this week is going to be very, very crucial when it comes to the future of Thomas Partey. The player's already indicated he loves to stay, but clubs from Saudi Arabia are not going to give him a break. They're offering him huge amounts of money, and this week they will approach Arsenal, who want a very significant fee. We'll talk about Balogun. We'll talk about Elie Wahi at Montpellier as well. Hit the like button, subscribe to the podcast as well. The question in the comment box below: do you think Kyle Walker would be a good signing for Arsenal? Experience, Premier League pedigree, Premier League experience as well, Premier League proven. That is one of the things you guys love on this channel. His English, I don't know whether that actually is a positive or negative, but his English, it means that literally he knows the league, he knows the country. Would he propel us to a further level of quality if we signed him, if we signed Kyle Walker? Let me know in the comment box below. Right, let's start off with the Sky Sports update on Julian Timber. They have just confirmed that Arsenal plan on announcing new signing Julian Timber today after medicals, paperwork and everything was completed over the weekend. Now, of course, Mikel Arteta wants Julian Timber as part of the squad. In Germany, Arsenal have plans to have him there for the FC Nuremberg game. He will not play, but definitely Mikel Arteta thinks that if the players can actually join up with their teammates earlier on, as quick as possible, and also in time, it will actually help out, with all this, with all this time, getting to know each other, and then integration into the squad. Of course, you have less than a month to start the season. I've seen people already predicting and providing their season predictions. It means that although we have 5 games in between now and the beginning of the season, the time is actually very, very near. So Julian Timber is one of the players that are going to join us in Germany. Won't play in that game against FC Nuremberg, but we could see him play either against Manchester United or FC Barcelona in the USA tour. So Julian Timber's announcement should come in today or probably earlier tomorrow. The player then flies and then we get everything done. Okay, now Declan Rice has actually, now this is a post that I've looked at for quite some time. It's 19 hours. I saw it yesterday and I really wanted to verify. I still wanted to look and see if this really is his account, but it looks like it is his account. So now he's actually posted on Facebook, I hope this is right, his picture with "I'm ready" plus that red, that red color, literally, meaning Arsenal, because West Ham wear that claret and blue, right? So Arsenal wear that red. So literally, he's announcing that he's ready to join Arsenal. No, I'm really, really suspicious about blue ticks these days. You can buy it. You can buy authentication on any social media. So I'm not really sure, but that is also there. Declan Rice, announcing his move to Arsenal. But what I can confirm, actually, according to Sky yesterday, is that West Ham have now signed the papers for the deal. They were waiting for Arsenal and the lawyers to get things done on their side. That is done. That is already decided. Declan Rice is an Arsenal player. He wanted Arsenal. He only wanted Arsenal. Whether Mikel Arteta did a very great job at convincing him to join, whatever he did to convince him to turn down all these other projects in Europe and go, I only want Arsenal, right? To just convince him that Arsenal is the only right destination for him, it was absolutely magnificent. It was absolutely beautiful, right? So that is also there. The paperwork are done for Declan Rice, as I reported earlier on. There is nothing to be worried about. Right, let's get into some of the links today. And let's start off with Kyle Walker and Aymeric Laporte. Now, Laporte is a player that was linked with Arsenal since last week. I did mention him in one of the videos, but I thought it wasn't that serious. And I still don't think it's very, very serious. But the rumors are actually sticking around. Now, when Mikel Arteta was asked earlier on with, I think, an interview with the Marca in Spain, why he wants to sign players from Manchester City, he said, I want to sign players from Manchester City because Manchester City are good. And the players at Manchester City are good. And I've worked with them. And I know how good they are. And I have relationships with them. Well, guess what? Today we are linked with two players at Manchester City. One is Aymeric Laporte. The other is Kyle Walker. Now, with Aymeric Laporte, it's a deal that actually makes some sense. Like, I don't like him. And you remember when I did the first video, I said I don't like Aymeric Laporte. But it's a deal that would make some sense. One, Jakub Kiwior has not arrived yet. Like, Kiwior, in terms of defenders, like when we talk about, a defender arriving at his peak, a defender being able to be relied on, unless you are a generational talent. And when we say generational talent, we mean Saliba, we mean Bastoni. Yeah, I know you're tired of the name. We mean Jules Koundé. That is what we mean by generational talent. That you're 21, 22, but the team can rest on your shoulders. The manager can trust you. The manager can rely on you. The manager can depend on you. And I think that is not Jakub Kiwior. So if Arsenal ever wanted to get in a left-sided centre-back who is actually experienced internationally and also Premier League proven, he's won a couple of silverware with Manchester City. I don't think he's a leader. Like, I just don't see the leadership in Aymeric Laporte. I think Laporte would be a good shot. Like, now, 30 million euros is what Manchester City have actually said. They've said anyone who wants to sign Laporte should actually table around 30 million euros. He will be a player that will not be short of suitors, in my opinion. West Ham, what are you doing? Go and try to sign, Aymeric Laporte. AC Milan, try to sign Aymeric Laporte. These are some of the deals that many clubs will actually want to take on. But Mikel Arteta, again, a genius that he is, he knows that if you sign Aymeric Laporte right now for around 25 million euros, which for me would be the ultimate price, you could keep him for the next 5 years. Now, centre-backs these days do have that longevity period. Probably not only these days. I mean, centre-backs throughout history have always had that longevity privilege. They always play football until 33, 34, 35, and probably 37, 38. And they've always kept that quality. Actually, they're much like goalkeepers and strikers as now as well are also trying to pick up the trend. You can see strikers these days, elongating their careers. Ronaldo, Messi, Lewandowski, Benzema, and a couple of other players. You can see that the longevity of players' careers is actually happening around Europe and also around the world as well. So Aymeric Laporte is still a young player in terms of being a defender, probably 29, probably 28. He's going to play football for the next 6 years. If you signed him for 25 million euros, you would have a quality cover for Gabriel. However much I like Jakub Kiwior, I don't trust him that much. Now, I know Mikel Arteta has a very good eye for a good defender, and Kiwior has not done so many things wrong. Of course, there are a few things that I think he's got to iron out, but his game is clean. But if we are going to push for silverware, and when I say silverware, I mean FA Cup and Carabao Cup excluded. Like, if we win the FA Cup and the Premier League, that is nice. But if we win the Premier League, I wouldn't really care if we don't win the FA Cup and Carabao Cup, okay? Or, like, whatever. So, Laporte is a good deal. But my problem with Aymeric Laporte is he good enough? Is he good? Like, as simple as that. Nathan Ake has been regular for Pep Guardiola's side. Ruben Diaz, John Stones, all these players have been very, very regular. for Pep. And somehow, Aymeric Laporte is one that lags behind. Now, I understand everyone will say Arsenal are young, they need experience, they need older players and all that. But I really question how good Aymeric Laporte is. I really do. I would love to sign a player, probably older than Gabriel Magalhaes. No problem with that. Like, I've always said Arsenal should sign Milan Skriniar. And when you look at Milan Skriniar, his profile, how good he is, his experience, and pedigree, I don't think anyone who understands the game would ask how good is Milan Skriniar, unless they're trying to do a video or they're trying to do a writing about how sensational he is. But with Aymeric Laporte, it's either I don't understand his game or he's actually not that good. Because for a defender to switch allegiances from France to Spain just in order to get game time at the international level, which actually is not bad as a selfish decision, I just think it's alarming. Like, it's a warning sign. He's run away from France, where the likes of Saliba are, where the likes of Presnel Kimpembe are, where the likes of Rafa Varane are, and he's run to Spain. We know Spain have the worst defense when it comes to the world, apart from San Marino and Albania. If I put 2 and 2 together, I could get a 4 there. So Laporte, it will be Mikel Arteta's decision. But me, I can't back that. I really can't. Like, unless he comes and does very well. But you know what I can back? I can really back Kyle Walker to Arsenal. So we've been linked with Kyle Walker. I think this is a very pseudo deal. Like, this is a very pseudo story. It has no legs, in my opinion, okay? But let's talk about it. Okay, let's have it. Kyle Walker is 30. Bayern are trying to pull him. They've created that magnetic pull, and they've created a very huge gravitational influence on his mind. He's trying to go to Germany. He's trying to change environment, just like Sadio Mane. Manchester City have made it no secret. They will either keep him or convince him to stay. Like, it's a no-brainer. According to Fabrizio Romano, Kyle Walker is okay with both options. Going to Germany, he's fine. Staying at Manchester City, he's fine. And now, a third suitor is in the mix, and that is Arsenal. Well, we didn't get Joao Cancelo. And if you remember me talking about Joao Cancelo, I said he's a player that would maximally improve Bukayo Saka. He would unleash Bukayo Saka. He's a very good right back. But if you talk about the best right back in the world in the last 5 years, Kyle Walker's name is definitely on the list. Probably with Trent Alexander-Arnold, probably with a few other players as well. But his name is there. So if Arsenal could sign Kyle Walker, we not only get that positive, we not only get that positive impact of the edge, pedigree, experience, and all that, we are getting a real fullback. I think he's one of the most complete fullbacks I've seen in the world of football. Defensively and also going forward. He's so good. He's absolutely very, very good. But is it a deal that I think can happen? No. I don't see him sign for Arsenal. I don't see him even go to Bayern. I think it's one of those that, there will be some shaking up. Probably for Manchester City to increase his wages a little bit, and then he will eventually stay. Like, he's a Manchester City boy. Ever since leaving Tottenham Hotspur, he's a Manchester City boy, okay? Well, players always want a new challenge. Players always want something new. But there are times when the manager goes, you want something new? I'm not giving you that. And I think that is what is actually happening with Kyle Walker. He wants something new, but he will not get it. Now, Fabrizio Romano has said that he's told Saudi clubs will try to approach Thomas Partey again in the next days. On the player side, the priority remains European football, and he wants to continue in Europe. Let's see if Saudi clubs will be able to change his mind. As previously reported, it will also be important to persuade Arsenal because they want an important fee to actually let him go. That is according to Fabrizio Romano. Partey will be approached again by Saudi Arabian clubs. Arsenal will want an important fee. Priority is to stay in Europe. So the priority of Partey has always been to stay at Arsenal, we are told. And I've also learned that at the moment, Thomas Partey and Arsenal do not have any discrepancies. We don't have any bad blood between us. So if Arsenal get a significant amount, business-wise, we will take the money because we brought in Declan Rice. But if no one is willing to give us the money we are willing, we are asking for, we will actually keep Thomas Partey. In my opinion, which is the right decision. Like, he should not be on the market. Nowhere near. Like, nowhere near. One of those players that are just in your squad as icons, I think is laid the foundation. Whether we are going to win or not win, he deserves to be there. I would love to see Partey with an Arsenal jersey with a UCL on the arms, okay? I would love to see that. So Fabrizio says at the moment, it looks like he wants to Europe. Arsenal, important fee to convince us to sell. And Saudi Arabian clubs will have to approach him again this week. We'll talk about, in the next one, we'll talk about Florian Balogun with AC Milan, and we'll talk about Elie Wahi, Chelsea and Arsenal battling out on that one.